The scenario selector, which is located in the upper left corner of the site, allows you to add sea level rise scenarios to the map. The map viewer currently includes sea level rise scenarios from two source agencies, the United States Army Corps of Engineers and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA. Please note, the NOAA scenarios here are from 2017. The NOAA 2022 scenarios have not yet been added to the sketch planning tool. To add a sea level rise scenario to the map, you will need to make three selections. 1. A source agency, 2. A projection curve, and 3. A time period. First, select the source agency, either U.S. Army Corps or NOAA. The projection curve options will update based on the agency chosen. Then select the projection curve you would like to use. Next, select a time period from the drop-down box. Once you've made your selections, press the green Show Scenario button. The scenario data layers for the selected scenario will be added to the map. In the Layers widget, you'll see the scenario data layers added. The scenario name will correspond to the scenario chosen. For example, sea level rise for the time period 2060 using the NOAA Intermediate High projection. All of the sea level rise scenarios in the sketch tool are mapped on top of mean high water, hence the MHHW in the scenario name. Finally, at the end of the scenario name, you'll see a value range within parentheses. This represents the statewide range of relative sea level rise in feet for this scenario. This value is a range because the sea level rise values were generated and mapped by county, and they vary slightly based on local trends. To display how much relative sea level rise is in the area you are viewing, click on the map and the RSLR by county layer will display the value in feet, along with the tide station used for calculating the sea level rise value. Now, let's briefly look at the other data layers. For each scenario, there are 8 data layers added to the map. The SLR depth inches layer shows the potential depth of flooding in inches under the selected sea level rise scenario. RSLR by county was just discussed. Then there's a folder named Affected Transportation, which includes 6 transportation data layers and their potential flooding exposure under the sea level rise scenario chosen. The folder includes RCI Roads, or the Florida Department of Transportation's Road Characteristic Inventory, which shows state-maintained roads along with other major roads. Local roads, rails, airports, freight terminals, and seaports and spaceports. For more information on each layer, click on the layer name and then choose Open Metadata. You can include up to 6 scenarios on the map at a time, so simply repeat the selection process and click Show Scenario. Please note, if a scenario fails to load, simply wait a few seconds, then press Show Scenario again. You may have to repeat this process a few times, but the scenario will eventually add. If you add the same scenario multiple times, the viewer will inform you and will not add a duplicate. Finally, to remove a scenario, click Remove Layer from the Layer menu. To learn more about the scenario sources, click on the Eye Information button in the top right corner of the scenario selector.